Alright, so I am in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Always wanted to come here. I'm nearing the heart of the city, which is where the famed bathhouses are. Even though, as I understand it, only one is in or two are in operation. But I've always been interested to come here. Hot Springs National Park was the very first national park. And before the white man came, this was a sacred land, or a sacred area for Native Americans. And it was interesting that if tribes were at war at each other, they could not fight in this area. This was a sanctuary, and it was recognized by all the tribes in the area. So I found that very interesting, or I find that very interesting. Let me rephrase that. But this is a real old area with lots of historic buildings, like that one right there. And I'm going to look around a little bit. The wife and I will probably, we're going to try to go to one of the bathhouses. I'm entering Bathhouse Row right now, and that building, the white and to the right, is the first of 8 bathhouses that are in this area. But like I said, only 2 operate as bathhouses now. So we're gonna go to one of those today and check out this water that's supposed to be so therapeutic. Yeah, I see I'm passing by the bathhouses now. I guess some of them are museums and other types of businesses, which seems like a damn shame to me. But it still looks pretty cool. See a big mural on the wall here. Several grand old buildings here. I just wanted to make a drive through downtown here and see what I can see. I believe that is, I'm gonna have to see what that is, but I think that's a big grand old hotel. It is. Okay. All right, I'm looking around down here. In several places in downtown Hot Springs, there are fountains or pipes, and these are piped directly from the hot springs, and it's hot, really hot. I mean, I can barely hold my finger under there. 147 degrees supposedly where it starts, but yeah, you can see the steam coming off of it. But you can come fill up your water bottles, whatever you want. It's completely free to use. And I'm outside the Hot Springs National Park Administration Building, and you can see a fountain here, and the water's hot. So yeah, this is coming directly, or water directly from the hot springs as well. You can see the steam coming off of it. So let me touch it. Yeah, it's hot. So that's pretty nifty. I'm not sure what that building is, but it's closed, whatever it is. All right, I am walking on Bathhouse Row. Most of these buildings have been here since the early 1900s. Like I said, not all of them are bathhouse anymore. This one is not. It's like a museum. Buckstaff Baths. I believe that one is open as a bathhouse. Here we are on the other side of town. I'll go over there in a minute, but there's some murals of Native Americans. Another old bathhouse, but now it's a cultural center. All right, so this is the Quapaw Baths, named after a Native American tribe, and it is open. So the wife and I will be coming here later today. This is another former bathhouse that's now National Park Service Visitor Center. Well, this is that building from earlier, and it is a hotel. The Arlington Hotel. And you can tell it's been around for a long time. So, I'm gonna head down Main Street here. So here's a look at these Native Americans, the murals. It's pretty nifty. As I said before, this was a sacred area for Native Americans, for Indians, before civilization, I guess, got here, or the white man in any case. Some pretty interesting looking houses up here on the left. People live in those. It's pretty cool. And of course you can see that building there. I'm gonna go down here. There's right up ahead is the main drag through Hot Springs. There's another road here on the back. That looks pretty cool, actually. See what's back here. Free parking. That's hard to believe. Wow, it's just a parking plaza. Hey. If that's free parking, that's where we're coming later. Anyway, I'm gonna go down this road a little ways. Really just like an alley, isn't it? Grateful Head Beer Garden. Probably gonna go here later. Maybe, we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go down. And there's one of the bathhouses in front, right there in front of me. All right, so I'm gonna go grab the wife and we'll do some more exploration together. I'd said earlier that you can just get water for free here, spring water. I'm gonna have the wife get a bottle. We'll try it out later. You have to let it cool off. Take care. Sit. I want to see you drink it. Huh? I want to see you drink it. We'll put it in the refrigerator and drink it later. See if it's good. Well, we're inside the Quapaw Bathhouse now, and you can see my wife's already in. I'm going to get in and join her in just a second. There you go. Yeah? Huh? Okay. Huh? Yeah? Yeah, cool. Well, that was nice. We just left the bathhouse. We spent about an hour in the cool, calming waters of the hot springs, the Ozarks. Yeah, we're in the Ozark Mountains. So, anyway.
My hair's still wet from it.
Yeah, that was nice. That was cool. Highly recommend.
It was like 104 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, it was hot, not cool. You're right. We're on a trail behind the bathhouses. Supposedly there is some actual hot springs cascading down here somewhere. Nice view up here. I can't believe that building sits empty. It's huge.
It's very like one of a kind looking.
Yeah, well, you can tell it's a very old building, but it's just sitting empty. Towers over the city here. of hot springs. This is main drag here on the other side of these buildings. It's really calm and nice here. Here's some of them just cascading out of the ground. You can tell, see the steam, it's hot. So some water just pouring out of the ground here. You can tell it's hot. I'm sure you can see the steam. That's pretty awesome. You just want to jump in it. It's like 50 degrees outside today, but I can feel the heat coming off of this. Wow. Yeah, you can really see the steam coming off of it. The water comes out of the earth 147 degrees, so that's pretty warm. Like I said, I'm standing right here and I can feel the heat coming up. It's awesome. It's like being in a sauna. Yeah, you can see you can really see the heat coming off from this angle. Nature's jacuzzi. Wow. I mean, it's downright hot right here. Pretty good view from up here, huh? Yeah. See the old downtown? See the main drag down there? Hot Springs, Arkansas. And that's a big old hotel there. That's a Hotel Arlington.
Which one?
Right there to your right. You can barely see it around these bushes. Some more water coming out of the ground. I would jump in there right now. They won't let me. Alright, so there's Bathhouse Row there. I think it's late afternoon, so we're gonna...
It's open, but we may be the only people in there.
That's okay. We're gonna spend the rest of our afternoon at the Grateful Head Pizza Oven Beer Garden. They have liquor. I want some Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that's where the courses they teach in preschool. Wow, and they don't teach anonymous, and they don't teach.
We're at the world's smallest bar. Only 3 seats.
Oh, they went back to it.
Yeah. Only 3 seats in this bar. Strong drinks, though.
It's not a...
It's easy to force something.
Sorry, I can't get the store.
But I've been working, once again,
Yeah.
learning. The place was a square acre under roof. So
Yeah.
you ended up with this huge place.
That's right.
Enormous place.
What's hard nowadays, even all these people with like their bachelor's degrees, they're still not getting jobs in their area
Yep.
of study. Like really, they're not.
They're not.
My
I have 2 master's degrees. I'm bartending.
Oh
There
wow.
you go.
Wow.
Wow, that's so sad.
That's kind of smart.
I
mean, I love bartending.
My father
You're right
worked
about
for the
that.
Philadelphia Police Force for 30 years. He didn't even go to college because back at that time, all you had to do, like, he was in the service.
You hear me agreeing with
you know,
everything?
and he
That's
just
how you
became
talk to
college,
women.
The Philadelphia Police Force without a college degree.
Life stories. So you finished your Jack Daniels? No, there's a Maker's Mark here.
So I had it.
Well, we're gonna head back to the hotel. We're done for the day. All right, our time in Hot Springs, Arkansas is done. But before we rate the hotel, let's try that water that you saw earlier. Saw us refill earlier. This natural, pure spring Arkansas water.
Yum, tastes like water.
Not filtered.
Tastes really good though, it does.
Came straight out of the ground from 8,000 feet below.
It's good.
Tastes good?
Yeah.
It does. It has no taste whatsoever.
So your taste buds won't know what to think. You drink that nasty shit that comes out of the spigot.
Yeah, I'm fine with tap water. But anyway, that tastes delicious. It's, like I said,
my water has to at least be, it doesn't have to be spring water, but at least come in a bottle.
Yeah.
Sorry, environment.
Yeah, anyway, yeah. I know. I'll drink any water, but that water just comes straight out of the ground, has no chemicals in it, so it's pretty amazing. We're going to refill a bunch of bottles on the way out of town, actually. But anyway, time to rate the hotel. It is a TownPlace Suites by Marriott. What'd you think?
For the most part, good. The one glaring bad was the breakfast. Yeah, the only thing good about the breakfast was the OJ. The rest was crap.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have any eggs. It was just not even the microwave type kind. They just had biscuits and gravy, and I'm not a biscuits and gravy person, so I didn't really eat it. And but the room is good, especially since it has the kitchenette. And we made steaks, which we haven't been able to do in a while, so yum. So, and it's nice and big, and it's very, very, it's new, so yeah, everything's nice and clean and new, and you're really impressed by the shower.
Yeah, the shower's really cool. It's all electronic. It doesn't use normal plumbing. You turn on the handle, which is on the other side from the actual water.
I knew that was strange, but I didn't know why.
And it electronically turns on the water, and it electronically keeps the temperature of the water at a certain spot. So that was crazy for me. But anyway, yeah, the hotel's nice. It's a new hotel, obviously state-of-the-art, a lot of state-of-the-art stuff. But like she said, the breakfast is lame. It's just, I love biscuits and gravy, but the gravy tastes
That's right, you
bland.
Said the gravy was nasty.
Yeah, it was texture was that of not Jello, but pudding. And
it's vegetarian too, right?
I'm guessing it was vegetarian because they had vegetarian sausage plus regular sausage, but that's it. And then they had boiled eggs. You know, they had some cereal that you can make a bowl.
So the gravy didn't even have the vegetarian sausage in it, just no meat at all in the gravy?
No, it was just plain white. It looked like vanilla pudding. I tried it and it was...
What kind of gravy is that? Ugh.
Not good. It wasn't very good. It was tasteless. So the breakfast sucks. That being said, the place has a full kitchen. You can make your own breakfast if you want.
Kitchenette, no oven, but you have a stovetop, and and they give you all the cooking utensils you need, you know. So
yeah, they give you pots and pans, all the utensils. It's got a stovetop, yeah, no oven, but it has a microwave and a fairly good sized refrigerator. We did cook one night, so you can do that.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper when you're out on the road.
Apparently, they even have like cookbooks and seasonings you can borrow from them if you want to.
But that, you know, the room still is clean. It's a nice roomy room.
Roomy room.
A roomy room. And, you know, the pool, of course, closed for the season. They have a nice fire pit outside, but they didn't turn it on, which kind of sucked. I wouldn't mind, you know, on a cool night sitting by the fireplace.
Maybe you have to ask, who knows.
But, and Hot Springs was a nice town. It's a cool town.
Yeah. I'd never been here before, so getting the springs, that was something new. Yeah,
and like I went out this morning and to run an errand, and it was real cool this morning, and you could see the steam rising from the mountain. Or the hill, really. It's not really a mountain. But anyway, that was really cool. So, anyway, how are you going to rate the hotel?
Oh, and I forgot to say, the gym is sufficient. It has everything I need. Gym's sufficient. Doesn't have any of the extras, but it's sufficient, so it's fine. I'd say 4.3.
Yeah, I thought the gym was pretty good. I thought the hotel overall was really good. I would stay here. Just, you know, if you don't eat the breakfast, plan on making your own breakfast. So I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Okay.
Anyway, we're heading to Branson, Missouri next, so be looking for that video.
Yay.